You're getting a live look as we are just minutes away from the official groundbreaking ceremony of Buc-ee's coming to Goodyear. Hey everyone, it's Jordan from the city of Goodyear, and I mean, look at this scene. We've got dignitaries, local elected officials, we've got Mayor Pizzillo, the city council, executives from Buc-ee's, as we are celebrating the official groundbreaking of Buc-ee's coming to Goodyear. Just south of I-10, right here on Bullard Avenue, and this is going to be a great broadcast because we are going to be carrying all of the speakers at the podium as we got our Beaver Nuggets and we have a great crowd. We'll be hearing from speakers. We'll also be hearing from the co-founder and CEO of Buc-ee's himself. Beaver Applin will be joining us a little bit later, but stick here on the City of Goodyear's social media channels as we will be live streaming this entire ceremony from the speakers to the groundbreaking ceremony at the dirt. Now, I know a lot of people are like, hey, Buc-ee's, I've heard of that, but for those who haven't, it's hard to just call it a gas station. It really is an experience. It's a travel center that boasts the cleanest restrooms in the country. They make their own barbecue. They make their own fudge. They have an entire wall of nothing but beef jerky. And pretty soon, those options will be right here in the city of Goodyear, as I mentioned, just south of I-10 on Bullard Avenue. Now, you hear about all of the Buc-ee excitement. For anyone who's been to a Buc-ee's before, they know. We've heard from people as far away as Las Vegas, Southern California, that cannot wait for this location to be open. But in addition to adding a great attraction to the city of Goodyear, this is also going to be an economic boost for the city of Goodyear. Buc-ee's in Goodyear is expected to be hiring over 200 employees. They offer fantastic pay, competitive benefits, vacation, and it's all right here now in our own backyard as the official groundbreaking ceremony will be starting here in just a few minutes. Now, in addition to new jobs, there's also going to be an economic development drive here as you're going to have Buc-ee's bringing in those tourists, bringing in those drivers, bringing in those folks off of I-10 as they're going to or coming from California. And that's going to help boost the rest of the economy here in Goodyear as it is just south of GSQ, Goodyear's brand new vibrant downtown. So this really is a celebration because not only is Goodyear, and for that matter, Arizona, because this is the first ever Arizona location for Buc-ee's. It's also going to be an economic driver for the city of Goodyear and our residents. So you're getting a scene right now of what we have. We got Mayor Pizzillo over there, that gentleman over there in the cowboy hat. That is Arch Beaver Applin. He is the co-founder and CEO of Buc-ee's. Here comes Mayor Pizzillo as we're getting in place now for the speaking portion of this groundbreaking ceremony, officially welcoming Buc-ee's to Arizona, officially welcoming Buc-ee's to Goodyear. And look at that, over there in the distance, we've got Buc-ee Beaver himself. The costumed mascot is out here south of I-10 off of Bullard Avenue. And just what a great day, because I know a lot of people have been asking, a lot of people have been questioning, hey, when is Buc-ee's actually coming? When are we going to be able to get the Beaver Nuggets, get the jerky, get the fudge? Well, today is a big part in that step as the ground will officially be broken for this ceremony. So we're now getting set for our speaking portion of this ceremony as we're going to be having Mayor Pizzillo, members from Buc-ee's executive team speaking, and really just welcoming Buc-ee's to Goodyear in what is just one of now 2 Western locations for Buc-ee's. This is a travel center convenience store chain that has its roots in Texas. It's all through the South, and now it's starting to spread west as it comes to Arizona and Goodyear. The only other Western location is in Colorado, so this is a special treat. There's Buc-ee Beaver making his way through the crowd, and we are getting set now for the podium portion of this event as we are going to be hearing from Buc-ee's executives, Mayor Pizzillo, and just really a great time to celebrate what is happening here in Goodyear, the growth and the development, and the community that is enticing companies like Buc-ee's to say, we want to come to Goodyear. Not only do we want to come to Goodyear, but in the case of Buc-ee's, we want our first ever Arizona store to be right here in Goodyear. So this is such an exciting time. We've got Councilmember Hampton, Councilmember Gillis. They'll be making their way up towards the front portion of the crowd here, as this is an impressive crowd, and I think honestly is a representation of the excitement level for having Buc-ee's come to Goodyear and the first ever location here in Arizona. So here in a few moments, we're going to be turning our attention up to the podium, and we're going to be hearing from Mayor Pizzillo and some of those other Buc-ee's executives and dignitaries, and then we will be catching up with the co-founder and CEO of Buc-ee's, the man himself, Arch Beaver Applin, will be joining us, and then we're going to capture what is going on with the official groundbreaking ceremony that you'll see here in just a few minutes as we go towards the podium. So there you got Buc-ee Beaver. He's rocking. He's ready to go, and this crowd has been fantastic.
Right, so everybody's super excited, but let's start making our way up to our seats. If you could, find you a spot. We got plenty of spaces up here. Some of you I know we're standing back, and that's fine, but those of you that would like a seat, there's plenty of space, so come on forward. Thank you.
So everyone's now finding their seats, and we're going to be getting started in just a few minutes as we'll be heading up to the podium for the speaking portion of this official groundbreaking ceremony welcoming Buc-ee's to Arizona and Goodyear.
In my hand, fish hot, brisket like a promised land. Clean washrooms gleaming for the door. Buc-ee's got me coming back for more. Sweet tea colder than a winter stream. Pop the cap open, feels just like a dream. Car smells smoky, but the good kind of way. Buc-ee's barbecue close makes a better day. Beaver nuggets crunching in my hand. Fresh hot brisket like a promised land. Clean washrooms gleaming for the door. Buc-ee's got me coming back for more. Home's in my backseat, but I feel alright. This roadside stop feels just like the moonlight. Southern charm dripping in every twist. Gas tank's full, now I'm ready for this. Grab the shirt with the big old beaver face. It's a road trip memento I can't erase. Got myself a car full of southern style gold. Buc-ee's adventures are till to be told. Beaver nuggets crunching in my hand. Fresh hot brisket like a promised land. Clean washrooms gleaming for the door. Buc-ee's got me coming back for more. Pulled off the highway, low on fuel. Saw the big old sign, looked way too cool. Buc-ee's called me like a southern thing. Gas pumps lined up like a full parade. Beaver nuggets crunching in my hand. Fresh hot brisket like a promised land.
All right, we're going to ask everyone to take their seats, please. We're getting started here in about 30 seconds. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. We're going to get started. Go ahead and take your seats. What an amazing turnout here today in Goodyear, Arizona. And for those watching today online, welcome. Are you guys ready for something that Arizona has never seen before? We are here today to mark a huge milestone, the groundbreaking of the very first Buc-ee's in the Western United States, and it's right here in Goodyear, Arizona. Who's excited? I'm Tammy Vo with the City of Goodyear, and my team at the City of Goodyear monitors all the chatter on social media, with the news media, and I can tell you that since the announcement came out, the Buc-ee's was coming to Goodyear, there has been non-stop excitement from our community. From the people who've taken trips to maybe Buc-ee's in locations in the southeastern United States to others who maybe have never had a chance to go to a Buc-ee's, they are going to soon get that chance right here where we are standing come next year. This morning, we here in Goodyear are so honored to be part of this momentous occasion. You might hear people ask, what is Buc-ee's? Really, the only appropriate response for what is Buc-ee's is it is a phenomenon. Buc-ee's has been called the Disneyland of convenience stores. From its homemade smoked barbecue, I'm sure you've heard of that, to the wall of beef jerky, homemade taffy, fresh roasted nuts, famous beaver nuggets. I know that's something like, what's a beaver nugget? Well, you got to try that today. And don't forget the cleanest restrooms in America. We can really only say that Buc-ee's is an experience. And it's going to be right here where we are standing. Can you imagine a 74,000 square foot store? That's larger than an NFL football field. Go Cardinals, by the way. It's really a one-of-a-kind place that has now chosen Goodyear, Arizona, again, as its very first location in the Western United States. We have so many joining us today here in person. We have our state senators, representatives, and our local elected leaders here today, our Goodyear City council members and our mayor here, Joe Pizzillo, this morning. We would like all of you today to stand up to be recognized. Thank you for your continued contributions to the West Valley. Please give them a round of applause. And now we're going to hear from our city's fearless leader, a man whose vision for Goodyear, as well as developing our downtown, just around the corner from here, by the way, is making history, really, for the nation's 9th fastest growing city. Please join me this morning in welcoming Goodyear Mayor Joe Pizzillo.
Welcome. What a turnout out there. This is awesome. You know, nothing happens in a vacuum. And I always like to start things off by saying, number one, we've got the greatest people working for the city of Goodyear and its management team as well. First of all, our city council. We have sitting out here members, vice mayor, go ahead, Wally Campbell. We have Vicki Gillis on the council. We have Kano on the council. We have Brandon Hampton on the council. We have Benita Beckles on the council. Trey Terry on the council. And again, without that former to provide direction to the city, that is awesome. All right. Second of all, we all work as a team. Without the group we have here, and I really believe Buc-ee's came, is because we have a business-friendly environment here. They were easy to work with, and they're the ones that get the credit for putting all this on. All we do is provide direction, okay? So with that, let's get a hand for the team that helped work all this together. A lot of what Buc-ee's was just talked about, you know, from Tammy, all right? It's a destination. The thing as a finance guy that I like is that 80% of their business comes from outside the city, which means they're not cannibalizing our businesses. They're just adding to our revenue. That helps pay for police, fire, roads, and street. They're going to be an excellent addition to this city. It's a destination, and that's what I'm really looking for. positive on our development. We fell through the entire state, drawing visitors from far and wide. And again, we have a ground town that we're building right up the street here. My vision is as they come to Buc-ee's, before leaving, they come visit this beautiful downtown that we're building. Spend money there as well to spread all this out here. For Goodyear, we're thrilled about the strategic location. And again, we're a downtown district. Opportunity to attract more people, diverse business, and vibrant atmosphere that continues to grow in the city. This is an impressive project. It really is. And again, to be the first in the state, to me, is awesome. Beyond the sheer size, Buc-ee also brings a significant boost to our economy. This location will create more and more business and revenue for us. My great thing I love about it, besides the restaurants that they say are the cleanest, right, is number one, 200 full-time jobs in the area. 200. And also, they're very generous to their employees. Generous 6% match with 401k, is that correct? All right. Weeks of vacation, 3 weeks of vacation, and demonstrating Buc-ee's commitment to its employees, which is awesome. So we've got an excellent employer coming to the city as well. So let's give a warm welcome to Buc-ee's. We are confident that they will be a fantastic addition to our community and a landmark destination for travelers across this West Coast. We look forward to the positive impact, and our favorite timeline is what, guys? It's a great time to be in Goodyear, right? Thumbs up.
Thank you, Mayor Pizzillo. You heard the mayor talk about it a little bit, about Buc-ee's and Buc-ee's employees and Buc-ee's workforce coming to Goodyear. That's another thing that makes Buc-ee's unique, is that they really pride themselves in taking care of their employees. I know the mayor mentioned some of these benefits, but I got to just highlight a few more. At this Goodyear location, more than 200 full-time jobs with a starting pay above the minimum wage, full benefits, matching 401k, the 3 weeks of paid vacation every year. It's going to be awesome for our workforce in Goodyear. And not only is Buc-ee's taking care of its team, our next speaker is someone who considers Goodyear's employees to be its greatest asset. She keeps our great city here in Goodyear running behind the scenes and has a passion for our city that ensures nothing but the best program and services for our residents. So please join me this morning in welcoming Goodyear City Manager Wynette Reed.
Wow, this is an amazing crowd. I want to thank everyone for being here, and it is truly an exciting day for Goodyear. I would like to take a moment to thank our dignitaries, state legislative representatives, our Goodyear Council, and one member that could not make it today. He was very, very much involved in working to get Buc-ee's to come to Goodyear. His plane is delayed. I know he is missing this tremendously, but I want to give a shout out to prior council member Bill Stipp for all the work he's done on this. And I want to say a special thanks to the Buc-ee's team. We are thrilled to have you here in Arizona and welcome you to the city of Goodyear. Buc-ee's saw what we've known all along. Goodyear is the crown jewel of the West Valley, and we're just getting started. We're in a place where innovation meets quality of life, where major brands plant roots, and where residents and visitors alike feel right at home. The groundbreaking is a landmark moment for Goodyear, for Buc-ee's, and for Arizona. We're proud to be the home of the first Buc-ee's in the state, and we look forward to seeing this site become a destination for visitors. I've had the opportunity to visit 2 Buc-ee's stores, one in Colorado and one in Texas at the end of last year, and I was amazed at the friendliness of everyone that I encountered. And the bathrooms, I did check them out. They really are the cleanest. And it's just an incredible variety of merchandise that they offer. So I know we are going to be so pleased to have them in our community. We can't wait to have them here. And Beaver, thank you for believing in Goodyear. And let's keep building something great together.
We really wouldn't be here today if it was not for our final speaker today. A little bit of history. At just 23 years old, he created his own store and wanted to make it something special. It began back in 1982 as a small neighborhood convenience store in a place called Lake Jackson, a small town in Texas, if you've ever been there. Has really turned in today into a place that really has a cult-like following, a place with a wow factor that cannot be replicated. 51 stores later, he has been able to build an enterprise that really prides itself on being clean, friendly, and in stock. Please joining me today in welcoming Buc-ee's co-founder, Beaver Applin.
Thank you, Tammy. This place filled up since I sat down. It's exciting. See this many people. We're so happy for y'all to be here, and we're happy to be here as well. We're really, really excited about our first location in Arizona, and we're particularly pleased that it's Goodyear. Mayor, you mentioned business friendly. That's really important, and so we like to get in communities and work with communities. We have a lot of options. Interstate 10's a long road, and so we picked Goodyear because it's just the ideal location for us. A business-friendly community, a business-friendly council, amazing opportunity for employment here, and for I heard the number 200. It will be more than that full time. I heard the number above minimum wage. Way above minimum wage. We're going to blow minimum wage out of the water here. So, but it takes everybody, like you said. Nothing happens in a vacuum. So, Tammy mentioned something that caught my attention, and I know this obviously because where we come from, we've been doing this a long time. She said I started doing this when I was 23, and so that was about 8 or 10 years ago. So, what we find is that a lot of people here don't know. They say, "What is a Buc-ee's?" Just because we we started in Texas and we've been working to the southeast, and so this is the opposite direction. What is a Buc-ee's? And so we are genuinely excited about that concept. I can't tell you just how promising that is to be able to show the communities to the west and the people traveling, what we do and what we have to offer. So I'm really excited that there's a large percentage of the population in Arizona and out west that do not know what a Buc-ee's is. So I don't find that as a problem. I find that as a real opportunity. And so she mentioned, our barbecue and our beef jerky and our beaver nuggets and our, the roasted pecans. When you try those, you're just not going to believe them, and all the things. But she mentioned the clean restrooms. We did win America's Clean Restroom some close to 20 years ago. But the commitment that this company makes is to continue and not glide by on our laurels. We won that 20 years ago, and I want it to be America's cleanest restrooms every year. I guess they can't put us back up because once you won, you can't win twice. I'm going to maybe lobby against that. But so, Wynette, I'm so happy that you stopped in 2 stores and actually went and tried out the restrooms, because that's just part of what we do. It's the traveling public. Mayor, as you mentioned, that a large percentage of the people are not from this local, from the zip code, if you will. They're traveling. So they need fuel, they need food, they need something to drink, and probably a restroom break. So we take that very serious and have been doing that my entire career. So it's easy for me to get up here. I have so many people that make my job so easy. But this is, as I tell our people, this is my second favorite thing I do is a groundbreaking. My favorite is the store opening. But you can't open them if you don't start them. And so our commitment to you guys is that we will be good neighbors, we'll be a good corporate citizen, that we will provide phenomenal opportunities for people with real live career jobs here. I mean, where you can prosper and work here. And most of our people that are in senior management all start. They don't start there. So we like to raise them from starting jobs. So they're the sky's the limit. I tell people my job's up for anybody that wants to take it. So there is no ceiling in our company, and I think that's important for everybody to know. So we're going to start this store. You see the big equipment already, and so we're going to start the calendar date that I'm understanding is the summer of 26. So we're a year away in a few months, and then we'll all gather right back here for a grand opening. I hope everybody can show up. I hope the ones of y'all that don't have an opportunity to see a Buc-ee's between now and then, we're going to show you what it is on that date. Council, everybody, I can't tell you how happy it makes me to see all of y'all in your Buc-ee's paraphernalia. So I just love that, and so that's just incredible. So I want to thank everybody for coming out, and y'all come back and check us at this summer, the summer of 26, and we'll have a bigger gathering then. I promise you it'll be way bigger, and we'll have lots of good food and opportunities to celebrate the coming of this store. So it means so much to me for everybody to show up and give us the opportunity for y'all to love what we do. We take really a lot of pride in providing the service that we do, and it's kind of so basic. It's like Tammy said. I mean, it really is. It's clean. It really is just trying to be friendly. It really is treat our customers and our patrons like we want to be treated. So we walk the walk, and so we'll show y'all in about a year. Thank y'all for coming out. Thank you.
So you hear the speaking portions, the podium. You heard from Beaver Applin, the co-founder and CEO of Buc-ee's. He's actually going to be joining us here in just a little bit. And then right behind us, you see where the official groundbreaking will be taking place with the dirt. I mean, and look at that sign, coming soon to Goodyear. The dream is becoming a reality here in Goodyear and Arizona. The first ever Buc-ee's in Arizona, coming right here to Goodyear, just off of I-10, just south of I-10, here on Bullard Avenue. And joining us now, we're going to be joined by the co-founder, CEO of Buc-ee's, Beaver Applin. Beaver, congratulations. I know you touched on it a little bit at the podium, but specifically about Goodyear and this location, why did you guys want to make your first ever Arizona store right here?
Well, here in Goodyear, Interstate 10 runs right through Goodyear, and so Interstate 10 we're very familiar with. Goes through Florida, all through the southeast, Alabama, Mississippi, and of course Louisiana, Texas. But we have several stores on Interstate 10 in Texas, so we know that to be a great road. We've been excited about getting out west and getting in Arizona for quite some time. Goodyear, on the outskirts of Scottsdale, Phoenix, is just phenomenal. The traffic, the people. And so we just think it's going to be a wonderful site. So we're very excited about it.
Now, Buc-ee's has a world-renowned reputation. I mean, people from all over the world come to America, come to your guys' stores. I mean, the reputation precedes you guys. Why do you think you guys have such a fantastic reputation, not just in the Southeast or the South or America, but worldwide?
I think business is pretty simple. I think the customers really enjoy when they feel respected, loved, and they get a real quality product for what they're looking for. And I think it's kind of that simple. I mean, we just try to really provide a quality service and product for our customers. We try to make it fun, make it friendly, and it just kind of seems to catch on.
Now, you already kind of touched on it. About a year from now, we're going to be having an even bigger party opening up this Goodyear location. What excites you the most about opening Buc-ee's in Arizona and here in Goodyear?
Well, I think what excites me about the most, and we'll be here in about a year and we'll see it, but what I love is to see the customers' faces when they come in the store, especially if they've never been in a Buc-ee's, and they come in and see what we've done, see what we have to offer. And I can tell as much about a business by walking around and looking at the faces and hopefully the smiles on the faces as I can anything. That's what I look forward to.
Well, Beaver, thank you so much for taking the time. Welcome to Arizona and welcome to Goodyear.
Thank you.
All right, so Beaver's now going to be heading over here as we're going to be doing the official groundbreaking ceremony. You have members of the Goodyear City Council, and now Buc-ee Beaver himself is out there on a shovel, and now Beaver slides in, and we are going to be officially breaking ground here on the state of Arizona's first ever Buc-ee's right here in Goodyear. All right, so Council and Beaver Applin now will be turning dirt. The Council, as you look at them from left to right, you have Councilmember Laura Cano, Councilmember Brandon Hampton, Councilwoman Vicki Gillis, Mayor Joe Pizzillo, Vice Mayor Wally Campbell, Councilmember Benita Beckles, and Councilmember Trey Terry for the photo op with the shovels and the dirt being turned here at the new Goodyear location. You heard some of the speakers mention about it. Over 200 full-time jobs, well over the minimum wage. And as Mayor Pizzillo was discussing as well, this is just going to be something that brings people into Goodyear. And then by proxy, you're going to have people visiting GSQ, the city of Goodyear's brand new vibrant downtown, which is just north of here on Bullard Avenue up at McDowell. Now, former Goodyear Councilwoman Sherry Loretano has joined the picture as we continue to have our photo ops. And the dirt has now officially been turned in Goodyear. So, as you heard Beaver Applin discuss, you heard not only at the podium, but also in our short little interview with him, now just a little over a year from now, this location right here in Goodyear, the first ever Arizona Buc-ee's will be open. And as Beaver alluded to it, don't, if you couldn't make it out today, or if you're just catching the tail end of our live stream here, don't disappoint, because that is going to be a real party when they come and open up this Goodyear store. The first one ever in Arizona, and really only the second one in the western United States, as now you have members of Goodyear city manager's office joining the picture as well. So that's going to do it for us here from the Goodyear Buc-ee's location. It's an exciting time. Thank you for watching on the City of Goodyear's social media pages. Stay tuned to the city's social media pages for updates on the progress of the work being done here at the Buc-ee's location. And as Beaver alluded to, we are a little over a year away from the opening of the first ever Arizona Buc-ee's right here in Goodyear, I-10 and Bullard Avenue in Goodyear.